Hello everyone, welcome you all on your favorite platform Chariot tutorials, and today I am going to discuss one very important topic of class 10th biology, and the topic is double circulation. So let's begin. So first of all, we need to understand that what is double circulation. Double circulation is a process in which the blood circulates and passes through the heart twice to complete one circulation. This happens in order to avoid the mixing of oxygenated blood from deoxygenated blood. And this double circulation process is present in warm-blooded animals like mammals and birds. तो basically क्या होता है, हमारा जो heart होता है वो 4 chambered होता है. There are 4 chambers in our heart: right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium and left ventricle. Now you need to understand that what is oxygenated blood, what is deoxygenated blood. If in these 4 chambers where the oxygenated blood transfers and where the deoxygenated blood transfers. So now let's begin and understand that how double circulation takes place in human body. Okay, so I will give you a sort of flow chart, and I will explain you step by step, and at the end you will get to know by this flow chart only that how double circulation takes place in our body. So first of all, what happens is, I will explain you step by step. For example, deoxygenated blood first of all is collected in right atrium. Alright? First of all, deoxygenated blood is collected in right atrium. From right atrium, it passes to right ventricle. The deoxygenated blood of the body passes to right ventricle. From the right ventricle, alright? Now blood passes through right ventricle. From the right ventricle, the blood goes to lungs, the deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood is basically, you can say, which is unwanted, which is waste, which means all our functions are performed, like respiratory, digestive system, excretory system, right? There are so many functions and systems which are being performed in our body. So all these systems generate waste, means they generate carbon dioxide and other harmful materials which are unwanted and waste in our body. So in these waste materials, basically the carbon dioxide, the carbon components, are collected by the blood and the blood becomes deoxygenated. This is what we call the deoxygenated blood. Means D means degeneracy of oxygenated blood. Degeneracy मतलब कि खराब हो गया है वो blood हमारा. That blood is no more of use in our body. तो क्या होता है, हमारे ये जो organs होते हैं ये कुछ ना कुछ टॉक्सिक मटेरियल्स लाइक कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड प्रोड्यूस करते हैं. ये कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को ब्लड ही कैरी करता है, क्योंकि अब इस कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का प्योरिफिकेशन इम्पोर्टेंट है. इस कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को हमारी बॉडी से निकलना इज इम्पोर्टेंट. एंड you know very well that where carbon dioxide is released from our body, from lungs of course. That is where the respiratory system comes in work and plays a very important role in double circulation, right? So what happens is, our body organs generate the deoxygenated blood, means they passes their waste like carbon dioxide into the blood, right? Blood absorbs carbon dioxide from all these organs and systems and cells and tissues, whatever you can see. Now that blood is carried to heart, that deoxygenated blood. Why it is deoxygenated blood? Because it needs to be purified. It has a large amount of carbon dioxide which is not of our use, so that needs to get purified. So that deoxygenated blood from the tissues, you can say, is carried to heart, and in heart it goes, first of all, from the body tissues the deoxygenated blood goes to right atrium. The same deoxygenated blood from the right atrium is passed to right ventricle. अब right ventricle में deoxygenated blood. Now this right ventricle, अब आप सोचिए कि right ventricle से ये blood कहाँ जाएगा for further purification. It डेफिनेटली प्योरिफिकेशन किसका होना है, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का. कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड कहाँ से रिलीज होती है हमारी बॉडी में, कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड लंग से रिलीज होती है. वी रिलीजेस कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड एंड अब्सॉर्ब CO2. दिस वी ऑल नो व्हाट इज रेस्पिरेशन, बेसिक डेफिनेशन ऑफ ब्रीदिंग. सो राइट फ्रॉम द राइट वेंट्रिकल द deoxygenated blood goes to lungs. And you know very well the function of lungs. Alveoli are present, balloon-like, grape-like structure, where the exchange of gases takes place. Means CO2 is released from the deoxygenated blood, and from the outer atmosphere, oxygen is absorbed. And as the oxygen is absorbed in the blood becomes oxygenated. From the deoxygenated blood, the blood becomes oxygenated. The main site of transferring or converting the deoxygenated blood to oxygenated blood is lungs. So here, lungs plays a very important role in oxygenation of blood, in double circulation, because our body doesn't need deoxygenated blood. Our body, our tissues, our organs need oxygenated blood in order to perform all their functions properly. Right? So, deoxygenated blood passes to lungs. Here, the gaseous exchange takes place. CO2 is released, oxygen is absorbed. It means now this deoxygenated blood has become oxygenated. तो अब क्या होगा, ये ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड फर्दर, अब ये लंग्स में जो ऑक्सीजनेशन हो चुका है ब्लड का, तो ये ऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड अब हमारी बॉडी के काम कर है. तो अब इसको हमें पूरी बॉडी टिश्यूज ऑर्गन्स में पहुंचाना है, जिससे कि हमारी बॉडी का मैकेनिज्म, फिजियोलॉजी ऑल फंक्शंस विल वर्क properly in a healthy way. Oxygenated blood is carried first of all to left atrium, right? Then from left atrium, this oxygenated blood is transferred to left ventricle, and from the left ventricle, now it is transferred to the whole body organs, body tissues and cells. So this is the whole sort of double circulation. Now you will say that where double circulation has takes place. Now see, first of all, this is heart. We call it double circulation because earlier I told you double circulation is given the name because the blood passes through heart twice. Now see, first of all, the blood passes through the right atrium and right ventricle. Then from the lungs, it again passes through the heart, left atrium again and left ventricle. But the thing is, the blood passes through the heart twice. The blood passes through the heart twice to complete one single circulation. Alright? That is why it is called double circulation. Now some specific vessels and passages are present to carry this oxygenated and deoxygenated blood to specific locations. Like right atrium carries the deoxygenated blood. The blood is transferred from body organs to heart. Then which vein or artery, you can say, carries the deoxygenated blood? Now you know, just understand one more thing, that do you know about vessels, blood vessels? There are three types of blood vessels: arteries, veins and capillaries. Arteries carry oxygenated blood. Veins carry deoxygenated blood, and capillaries are the junctions of arteries and veins, from where the oxygenated blood is either getting deoxygenated, or like in tissues, in body organs, capillaries are present, or in lungs where capillaries are present that convert deoxygenated blood to oxygenated blood. These are capillaries. So you need to keep in mind all the time that what is the function of arteries, what is the function of veins while you are studying double circulation. Now tell me, as the body organs transfer deoxygenated blood to right atrium, deoxygenated blood is transferred to right atrium. Now it is deoxygenated blood, of course there a vein must be present. A vein must be present that is carrying deoxygenated blood to right atrium. Now this vein has a specific name. The vein is called vena cava, which carries deoxygenated blood from vein is called vena cava, which carries deoxygenated blood from body organs to right atrium. Now the right atrium, from the right atrium deoxygenated blood transfers to left ventricle. From the left ventricle again this deoxygenated blood is carried to lungs. Now here in this double circulation you need to remember two exceptions. And here we have reached the first exception. First of all, there should be a vein present, right? According to what we have studied about veins, that veins carry deoxygenated blood. A vein must be present that carries the deoxygenated blood from right ventricle to lungs. But इसको राइट वेंट्रिकल से लंग्स में जो डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड आता है, तो ये ब्लड किसी वेन के थ्रू नहीं आता, बट रादर पल्मोनरी आर्टरी के थ्रू आता है. द नेम गिवन टू द वेसल दैट कैरीज द डीऑक्सीजनेटेड ब्लड फ्रॉम राइट वेंट्रिकल टू लंग्स इज pulmonary artery. Keep it in your mind, it is very important. Alright, it is asked many times in exams. The vein that there is no vein that carries blood, deoxygenated blood from right ventricle to lungs. Rather, it is pulmonary artery that carries deoxygenated blood from right ventricle to lungs. Right? So here it is. Here it is pulmonary artery that carries deoxygenated blood from right ventricle to lungs. Now, the blood has reached to lungs, deoxygenated blood through pulmonary artery from right ventricle. Now, gaseous exchange will take place in lungs as the normal respiratory function will take place. Now, the blood has become oxygenated. Now, this oxygenated blood will pass from lungs to left atrium. Now again we have reached our second most important exception in double circulation. Only these two exceptions you need to remember and keep it in your mind. Now, as I said that the blood has become oxygenated, and I already told you earlier that all the arteries carry oxygenated blood. So there an artery must be present that will be carrying this oxygenated blood from lungs to heart. But again there is exception. It is pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein. Second most important exception that you need to remember. It is pulmonary vein that carries oxygenated blood from lungs to heart, to left atrium. And then in a simple way, this oxygenated blood from left atrium will go to left ventricle, and from left ventricle again it is carried to the body organs, to all the body organs. And now an artery will work here that will carry this oxygenated blood from lungs to the whole body organs, and that artery is called aorta. That right? It is aorta. So, four main names you need to remember or by heart here. The first is that carries deoxygenated blood from body organs to the right atrium, or you can say to the heart. Basically, it is right atrium specifically. That is vena cava. Vena cava. From right atrium, the blood goes to right ventricle. It is deoxygenated blood. Now, from right ventricle, the blood goes to lungs for the oxygenation. Now it is passed through the passage which is called pulmonary artery. An exception. Pulmonary artery is the only artery that carries deoxygenated blood. Now in lungs, oxygenation of the blood takes place through gaseous exchange. The blood became oxygenated and carried by pulmonary vein. Okay, next important exception. Pulmonary vein is the only vein that carries oxygenated blood from lungs to heart. Right? From lungs to heart to left atrium. From the left atrium, the oxygenated blood goes to left ventricle, and from the left ventricle, the blood is carried by the aorta and transferred to the whole body organs in order to make them able to perform all their functions regularly, because oxygen is required in every function. Right? So this is all about double circulation. This is how double circulation takes place. Alright, I hope you all have understood. The most important thing is this double circulation. Yeah, one more thing you can remember, that pulmonary means lungs. So whenever pulmonary artery, pulmonary veins, or here something is written pulmonary circulation, I will reach here in few moments. So wherever pulmonary is coming, it means lungs. Pulmonary means lungs, right? You need to keep it in your wherever, even in any textbook or wherever you listen pulmonary, the first thing that needs to click in your mind is lungs. Alright? So now we are going to talk about the components of double circulation. We have understood very well about the double circulation. Now we are going to understand about the components of double circulation. The whole double circulation is broken in two components. The first one is pulmonary circulation and the second is double circulation. Now pulmonary, as I already told you, is related to lungs. So what is pulmonary circulation? Now as you know about the double circulation very well, so it is the circulation where the blood flows from heart to lungs and again from lungs to heart. Means wherever there is a role of lungs in circulation, like from the right ventricle, the deoxygenated blood goes to lungs. From the heart it is going to lungs, and from the in the lungs the blood is getting oxygenated and again coming back to heart. So this circulation, this path where the blood is going from right ventricle, that is from heart to lungs, and then again from lungs to heart, this is pulmonary circulation. The second component is systemic circulation. Systemic circulation is, you can relate it to the systems. You can relate the name of systemic circulation to system, where the body systems or body organs or tissues. From the body organs the blood is transferred to heart, and again from heart it is transferred to body organs. Means deoxygenated blood is carried from body organs to heart and oxygenated blood is carried from heart to body organs. This path from body organs to heart and heart to body organ, this is called systemic circulation. So what is the path of pulmonary circulation? It is from heart to lungs and again back to heart. Right? Means first of all the deoxygenated blood is carried from heart to lungs, and then oxygenated blood is carried again back from lungs to heart, through pulmonary vein and pulmonary artery, through pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein. So all the pulmonary, you can remember it like lungs. So the circulation related to lungs, that involve lungs or respiratory system, that right from heart to lungs to heart to lungs to heart. ये है हमारा pulmonary circulation, जिसमें lungs involve है, जिसमें lungs participate कर रहे हैं circulation में. Means lungs role play कर रहे हैं. उतना जो part है कि हमारा deoxygenated blood heart से lungs में जा रहा है और again back from lungs से heart में आ रहा है. Deoxygenated blood lungs से heart में जा रहा है, oxygenation हो रहा है और फिर again lungs से heart में वापस आ रहा है. This is pulmonary circulation, right? तो ये हो गया इसका path. Right? Path of pulmonary circulation, heart से lungs, lungs से heart, heart से lungs, lungs से heart, heart से lungs में deoxygenated blood, lungs से heart में oxygenated blood. तो ये है हमारा pulmonary circulation. What is the purpose of pulmonary circulation? I hope you all have understood it well. Pulmonary is related to lungs, and the main function of lungs is to convert the deoxygenated blood to oxygenated blood. So the purpose is oxygenation of deoxygenated blood. Right? So the two purposes of systemic circulation is, the first one is to carry oxygenated blood to whole body organs. See, it is carrying oxygenated blood. From the left ventricle, the blood is carried through the aorta and is transferred to all body organs, right? And the second purpose is to collect the waste or the deoxygenated blood from the body organs to the heart. See, from the body organs, the vena cava carries the deoxygenated or the waste blood from the tissues to the heart, that is right artery. Right? So this is what is pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. I hope that you will like this lesson, and I hope you all have understood it well. Thanks for your time and thanks for coming to our platform. Thank you. Bye bye.